Wolf is a really unique character and one that is going to be really fun to see. Super flashy. Just everything you want in a Smash character.
Yeah, it's like the character. All right, so in the previous game we were talking about how his recovery is a little lackluster, but when it comes to what the character can actually accomplish, like he's a beast on stage. Absolutely brutal combo potential, and I feel like we might see that out of Blackbird. I know he's been heavy on the grind here at AON, really showing what this character can do. Meanwhile, Zaphros has been sort of moving around other characters, but he's sticking to his tried and trues of Mario and the Mii Brawler.
Okay.
Mii Brawler, in particular, looking much better than he does in Smash 4. So I do look forward to seeing Zaphros' Mii Brawler if it ever comes to the stage.
I don't know what Mii Brawler's changes are in this game. I haven't looked into it.
Alright, so it's weird in that they left him almost the same, and that itself is different for him.
Okay.
While also giving him a couple of cute tools. Anyways, we've got the Mario that's on stage instead, and I feel like Mario, while having a very different game plan from what he does in Smash 4, just based off of how his tools operate, is still able to oppress the hell out of a lot of opponents.
Yeah, Mario in general, a really oppressive character. When you have all those fast, tiny hitboxes that you can just throw out, it makes it really difficult to fight. And I think Zaphros is going to show off the fact that if nothing has changed, it's the fact that Mario can still do that. Listen to those sound effects on Wolf. Love it.
Oh, that's brutal, man. Like, you just know that, like...
It sounds like metal.
Yeah, he's coming to hurt you.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm afraid he's going to, like, hit me with a chain or something.
Yeah. It's brutal. And it's worth noting how the Blaster has, like, much more range than the previous iterations of Wolf.
Yeah, now Wolf's Blaster covers at least half the stage, even on Pokemon Stadium. Wow!
That dash dance into forward smash was brutal!
Yeah, that was almost like a mini melee kind of read where you did a little dash dance, you hopped outside of your opponent's range, and then you finally made the read with the forward smash.
And like it's especially noteworthy because there is not a lot of range on that forward smash. But
yeah, no, his forward smash used to jump him forward. Now it's not the exact same, but it is a little bit less laggy on end, reminiscent of Meta Knight's forward smash.
Yes.
But that up smash going to tie up the stocks. As you can see, we're using 3 stocks now. Faster game, more stocks. Which I think is definitely a change that I enjoy because, you know, you get to see a little bit more Smash Ultimate.
I think it's a really good development for the community as a whole as well because I was actually talking with Player 4 about the hypothetical of what if we switched Ultimate to 2 stocks. And I feel like it would lead to a different type of growth in the game where people are going to look more towards, all right, what's going to allow me to play more defensively and get away with it. Whereas when you're sitting with a 3-stock format, a lot more players are more freely to test out, all right, what lets me get aggressive and get away with it.
Yeah, I would agree. I think in general, the more stocks you have, the more you're going to see players be willing to experiment and be really willing to risk losing their stock off of aggressive play. Oh, jab lock.
Yeah, that's not the same no more.
Nope.
Leads into tech situations, which Mario can operate out of, but it's all about that muscle memory. That's going to be the killer for the first month or so for players, is getting out of those habits from Smash 4.
Yeah. In general, those Smash 4 habits, I agree, are going to be something that you're going to have to watch out for. I know while I was playing friendlies, I was just trying to perfect shield everything, and I was
not gonna
very
have a lot of that.
upset. Now we've got Blackbird at the edge, trying to get away. Ooh, we see the spike there on Wolf's side B, turning the tables on this match. Zaphros with the big combos, double back air. Not gonna get anything.
This pressure just relentless right now. Blackbird was at a slight deficit earlier on here. One turn of the skirts, and all of a sudden it's looking like a dead even game.
Yeah. Oh, Blackbird has Zaphros at the edge, and now back to center stage. You see that forward tilt again, such a strong option. Up smash, not going to do it, and now Blackbird has Zaphros at the edge, using that blaster, not going to get the forward tilt, not going to get the forward smash, going forward again. Back throw, going to set up for an edge guard for Zaphros. This is going to be an interesting situation. Side B to the ledge, and back throw, going to... not take it just yet. We got the little sparks.
Oh, hold up.
For the down smash.
Down smash couldn't clean it up. All right, solid play from Zaphros. I feel like he's going for charging with this Flood so much, but there's so many ways you can abuse Flood at its lower charges, especially against Wolf.
Yeah.
He leaves himself so open with his recoveries, and people haven't seen it yet, or at least I feel like not a lot of people have seen it yet, but win boxes in this game are a lot more important.
Yeah, it's the same thing. We talked about how edge guarding is a lot more potent. Well, what do you think sets up for edge guards? Win boxes. If you're able to push your opponent off stage, especially if they don't have a jump, like you can do with Blood, it sets up for really, really awkward edge guarding situations. And against a character like Wolf, there's going to be a lot of opportunity to get that stock at a really early percent. So now going into the second match on Battlefield, it looks like Blackbird is going to want to take advantage of the third upper platform as opposed to Pokemon Stadium's 2 side platforms. Going to go for that forward tilt again. Blackbird put on a little bit of percent on this first stock.
I feel like the triplat switch might have been a bit of a dangerous one from Blackbird. And in that, Mario, I feel, utilizes triplats incredibly well. And Wolf doesn't really get too much off of having that secondary platform at the top. Like, he's able to follow up with these up air chains, but up air is not going to reliably be killing, and he can't use any of his tools to really go for some heavy reads and kill.
Yeah. Wow, that forward throw going to set up for another little here. Up air. Ooh. Not do anything with it. Mario's up B actually does kill in this game, but so does that forward smash, as we were talking about before. And it looks like Blackbird is utilizing another one of those little mechanic changes, which is the directional air dodge Waveland. I don't want to call it a shell of its former self in terms of melee wave landing, because it actually does have a lot of use, but it's a little bit laggier, though you will still see players going for it.
Yeah, it definitely has applications that I wouldn't put it as high up as Melee, but it is certainly a lot more varied than we've seen in previous iterations. And I feel like as time goes on, people are going to figure out more defensive and offensive pieces of directional air dodging.
Yeah, I think so as well, especially when you see players now approaching with it and then wave dashing or wave landing back. I think that's something that's really, really strong in this game, because in general, in Smash 4, there wasn't really that like backwards approach where you jump forward and then approach backwards, unless you're really using a character that can utilize perfect pivots. And now we do have that in the form of like Waveland back, which I think we're going to see more and more in the development of the game.
Lester Pressure keeping Blackbird safe as he tries to assert this lead that he has. Controlling center stage has always been an important feature of Battlefield, but I feel like it's more important now than ever before, because Battlefield is very normalized. It's actually very similar to its Melee iteration as far as its blast zones are concerned. A lot of players coming from Smash 4 into this game are going to be used to it having larger blast zones than normal, but it seems that Battlefield is sort of the norm in reference to how stages were designed, and that was a very unfortunate air dodge past the ledge.
Yeah, that air dodge, if you air dodge past the ledge, you're not going to grab onto it, and you just saw it right there. Blackbird shook his head. I guess he hadn't really practiced with the air dodge mechanics, at least in that regard. Again, it's a new game, a lot of things you have to discover, and some of them you're going to discover right now. Up throw, oh, nice. Up throw, down air, up B, something that was possible in Smash 4, possible again in Smash Ultimate. Some things never change. You know what I love? The little visual on reflector hitboxes now always does a little shine.
Yeah, they all look like the, you know, it doesn't even really look like the Shine itself. It looks like the Shine logo.
Yeah, it looks like the logo from Shine of the tournament.
It's so funny because it's such a distinct shape and shade of blue.
It's the shade of blue, and it has the little, like, not triangle, but a little cross in it.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Oh! Step back for forward smash.
Look at that. And a solid 2-0 going in favor of Zaphros.
Yeah, Zaphros came to play today.
He is going to be moving on to face the winner of JLo and Stocktaker, which, if